Bonjour, tout le monde. Bienvenue à Learning Language. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Learning Language. Aller plus prepositions. So, in this session, you will learn how to conjugate the French verb aller, which means to go in the present tense. So, first, we will talk about two different type of French verbs. Then, we will dive into the conjugation of aller and its preposition. Along with this, we will learn that how aller goes with its prepositions. Sounds good? So, let's start. So in the beginning, I'm just going to give you the glimpse of the French types of French verb. We will come up with a detailed note in the upcoming videos. So there are two types of French verbs, regular and irregular. The regular verbs are regular because they follow the same pattern when they are conjugated. That is the ER one. Okay, their ending is mainly ER. On the contrary, irregular verbs follow a different pattern when they are conjugated. So that's why they are irregular. So we have already seen the two irregular verbs in our previous videos. Etre, to be, and avoir, to have. Remember? Now you do remember the conjugation? Okay. Now aller, to go in the present tense, is another irregular verb. It is often mistaken as regular verb because of its ending, er. Remember I told you in the beginning? But it is not. It is very irregular because it doesn't show the similar pattern. And also it is a super common verb like etre and avoir. So there's not much you can do but to learn this by heart. Okay, so let's go to the conjugation now. Aller in present tense. Je vais, I go or am going. Tu vas, you go or you are going. It's an informal way to tell anyone. Il va, he goes or he is going. Elle va, she goes or she is going. On va, we go or one goes, we are going. Okay, I hope you remember when I taught you the etre conjugation and the subject pronouns session that il, elle, or they all three of them will have the same conjugation. Their conjugation is never going to change for n number of verbs, whatever the verb may be. Okay, but it will be same. Okay, so just a quick recap. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, on va. Simple. Répétez après moi. Nous allons, we go, we are going. Vous allez, you go or you are going. It's a formal way. Okay. Ils vont, elles vont. Il va is used for masculine object or person or mixed object or person like masculine or feminine, and elles vont is used only for feminine object or person. Okay. Le verb aller plus preposition. Preposition. So the preposition which we are going to discuss today is to or at. So we go to many places. So to fill up those French places, we need an English equivalent. So we know that to or at we can use as a preposition. But what is the equivalent for to or at in French? So the first category which we are going to discuss for prepositions is lieu max. Here we are going to discuss the shopping places. Shopping places includes airport, station, market, shopping complexes, mall. So when you have this category name is lieu max, means shopping places. That time you have to use a as a preposition. A exograph. Aller plus a. Okay. Now with this category we have different eligibility criteria like feminine, masculine, and vowels, plural. So we are going to discuss all that one by one. Okay, so let's start. Aller is used for those places that are feminine and have la in front. Okay, so you can have a look at the first example. Aller graag. So graag here is is the station, which is a feminine. So because it is a feminine, we have the article la. Okay, so condition is true. So we will use à la gare, which means at the station. Okay, now let's go to the second one. When you have a, then L apostrophe, it is used for those places that begin with a vowel. How many vowels we have in French? 5. A, E, I, O, U. So if the word is starting with a vowel, then we will use L apostrophe. Okay, so let's have a look at the example second and third. À la apostrophe aéroport, at the airport. Okay, now à la apostrophe hôtel, at the hotel. Okay, sounds clear? If any doubts are there, please write it in the comment section. Now, when AU, which means A plus L, is formed, how? It is used for those places that are masculine and her have L in front. Sorry, L in front. Okay, I'm saying French. Sorry. Okay. Now you can see it is marché. Marché here is market. So market is feminine or masculine? Yes, it is masculine. Okay. So AU is formed when the word is masculine and have L in front. Okay. Let's go to another example. AUX, when A plus L is there. For those places that are plural, simple. Urgence, which means emergency. Two emergencies. So these were the examples of ale plus proposition, ale plus are, okay, with their own criterias. So let's move to another category. Another category is personal and profession. So it is she. For this category, we are going to use the preposition she. She here plays a role for when we are pointing out to a particular person, like my home, my parents, my uncle, or my aunt. Okay, and profession. Suppose that you are talking about you are going to a dentist or a coiffeur. So you are focusing on or stressing on a profession. So in those cases, we use she. Along with particular person, if suppose that in certain statements we have a pronoun which is like moi, toi, lui, elle, in those cases also we use this proposition. So here you can have an example: chez mahi, chez mes parents, chez moi, chez toi. So let's have these are the examples. So let's form a sentence to make you understand better. Let's go. For chez mahi, we will say like nous allons chez mahi, which means we are going to mahi. Chez mes parents, on se retrouve chez mes parents. It means that I'm going to meet, we are going to meet my parents. Chez moi, we can say je rentre chez moi. Okay, these are the examples there. Did you get it? Now let's discuss profession with chez. Chez les coiffeurs, chez les médecins. As I told that chez can be used when you are talking about someone's profession, okay, or when you are stressing on profession. Il va chez les coiffeurs. Je suis chez les médecins. Okay, now let's move to third category, transport. So in the transport category, there are two possibilities: ale plus en, en, or ale plus a with accent grave. So en changes its meaning depending on the context of the sentence, like to, in, by, or made of, while a remain the same. There's one more important point, that en is never followed by a definite article, which is le, la, le. Okay, so let's do some example. En, a voiture. Voiture means car. So en plays a role here is by. Autre, train. En metro. En avion. Okay, now let's discuss a p, a vélo. Vélo is bike, pa is by walk. A moto, motorcycle. A cheval, a horseback. Okay, so you saw that in these examples, o and a were playing a role of to, in, and by, and made of to a certain extent. Okay, so that was the transport category. Let's move to another category. Will continent pay? This category will means cities, continents, and countries. So for these three categories, I mean for this category, what proposition we are going to use? We will use ale plus a plus exograph, or en, or ou, or ou. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. We will use, see, a, apahi. So we will use a when we are focusing on wheel, which means city. Apahi, a Varsovie. En Afrique. Here we are focusing on a continent. En Belgique. Here we are focusing on a country which is a feminine. Ou, ou Brazil, a country which is a masculine. And os États-Unis, a country which is a plural. Okay, so that was so simple, guys. I hope you have got an idea, or you have got a better picture about this part of prepositions. Okay, so things are clear. That's it, guys. That was all about ale plus preposition. I have completed all the categories, and we will come up with one more session on prepositions which are left over. If you like the content of the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any doubts, anything you would like to know, please write it in the comment section. We'll come up in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned. Keep watching Learning Language.